Write the equation. This is your h and k. So x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Again, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And x squared plus y squared equals 16. All right, write the equation. So this is your h and k. This is your x. So x is 2 minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. That's 3 squared plus negative 4 squared. So that's 9 plus 16 equals r squared. So that's 25. So to write my final version of this, it would be x plus 1 squared plus y minus 9 squared equals 25. Center's at negative 2. Okay, so this is your hk, your xy. So x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So this is negative 8 squared plus 25 squared equals r squared. So r squared is 689. So when we write the equation, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. All right, let's graph this circle. So my center is going to be at negative 3, 1. My radius is 3. So negative 1, 2, 3, 1. I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3 to the 1, 2, 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3 to the right. And 1, 2, 3 down. For the next one, my center is at 3, negative 3. And my radius is the square root of 4, which is 2. So my center is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And my radius is 2. So up 2, right 2, down 2, and to the left 2. Write the equation of a line that is tangent to the circle. All right, so we know that my radius is the square root of 100, which is 10. We know that my center is at 0, 0, which is my x1, y1. So this will be your x2 and y2 for the first step. So y2 is 6 minus y1 over x2, which is 8 minus x1. So 6 over 8, we take out a 2, we get 3 over 4. So I have to flip and negate that for my new. So my new slope is negative 4 over 3. The point that it goes through is 8, 6. We're going to call this x1, y1 for the point slope formula. So y minus y1 equals my slope times x minus x1. We distribute. So y minus 6 equals negative 4 over 3x plus 32 over 3. We add that 6 over here. So y equals negative 4 over 3x. So if we do our trick, what number divided by 3 is 6? That's 18. So 32 over 3 and 18 over 3 gives us 50 over 3. All right, so let's go ahead and determine our center. So let's use blue. So our center is at negative 6, negative 4. Our radius is 5. It's going through negative 9, negative 8. That's missing. So this is my x2, y2. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's negative 4 over negative 3. So that means my new slope is negative 3/4. The point it goes through is negative 9, negative 8, which is now your new x1, y1. So y minus y1 equals my slope times x minus x1. Excuse me, I distribute. I minus the 8 So what number divided by 4 equals 8? That's going to be 32. So y equals negative 3 over 4x minus 27 over 4 minus 32 over 4. So y equals negative 3 over 4x minus 59 over 4. All right. So which houses are within a 4-mile radius and will get free delivery of 0.12? So 1, 2 is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I connect all these dots, so we have A, B, D, and C. Definitely not F. All right. How about which houses are with a 3-mile radius of negative 1, 1? So I'm going to erase this if I can. Eraser, erase. And then we're going to plot 1, 1 in a different color. Let's go blue. So it's negative 1, 1, and we're talking about a 3-mile radius. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So let's check E. F is definitely not. So E. All right. So let's check point E. So E is at 1, negative 2. And my center, this is my HK. So this is my XY. So 1 plus 1 squared and negative 2 minus 1 squared should be less than 9 because it's a 3-mile radius. So 2 squared plus negative 3 squared, E is not. So I think just B, D, and C. Let's check D too. I'm sure D is in it, but let's just check it. So we have negative 2, comma 1, 2, 3. So if we check D, negative 2, comma 3. So we get negative 2 plus 1 squared. 3 minus 1 squared should be less than 9. So this is negative 1 squared plus 2 squared. Yeah, that's totally in. So D is in. Alrighty. Find the constant sum of the ellipse. So this is my x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. All right, so our formula is the distance equals the square root of x1, which is negative 20, minus x3, which is 21 squared, plus y1 minus y3, so my y1 is 0 minus 0 squared, plus the square root of x2 minus x3, so my x2 is 20, minus my x3, which is plus 21 squared, plus y2 minus y3, so my y2 and y3 are 0 minus 3 squared. This is going to be the square root of negative 1 squared, or 1 squared, plus the square root of 1681, which is 41, so that gives us 1 plus 41, which is 42. All right, so write an equation in standard form for each ellipse with center 0, 0. So our vertex is negative 7, so we know that this is horizontal. So we know it's going to be x squared. This is going to be my A over 49 plus y squared over equals 1. So let's go ahead and do c squared equals a squared minus b squared to find my b squared. So this is your c. So the square root of 13 squared equals 49 minus b squared. So this is 13 equals 49 minus b squared. We minus 49. So negative b squared equals negative 36, so b squared equals 36. So we definitely know that this is vertical, so this is my A, this is going to be my C, so x squared over plus y squared over vertex 25 squared is 625 equals 1. So negative 20 squared equals a squared, which is 625 minus b squared. 400 equals 625 minus b squared. Ooh, so negative 225 equals b squared, so negative b squared. So 225. Alright, so let's graph. So we know that this is horizontal because my bigger number is underneath the x. So my center, I'm going to put it here, is 0, 0. My vertices, alright, so my vertices are at h plus or minus a comma k. So that's 0 plus or minus 11 comma 0. My co-vertices are at h, which is 0 comma k plus or minus b, so 0 plus or minus 7. And my foci, we have to find the c squared. So c squared equals a squared minus b squared. C squared equals 121 minus 49. C squared equals 72 square rooted. So my foci are going to be at 0 comma k, which is 0 plus or minus 8.5 roughly. So when we graph this, here and here are my vertices, 0, 7, 10, 9, 8, 7, 10, 9, 8, 7, and just do the best you can. Alright, so this time my A is here. This is going to be my vertical. So my center is 0, 0. My vertices are h comma k plus or minus a. My co-vertices are h plus or minus b comma k. And my foci, let's go ahead and find that c. So 64 minus 9 is not 70, it's 55. 55 square rooted is approximately 7.4. So it's going to be 0 comma 0 plus or minus 7.4. So my vertices are at 0, 8 and 0, negative 8. My co-vertices are at negative 1, 2, 3, 0 and 1, 2, 3, 0. Okay. Alright, so this again is a vertical because the bigger number's under your y. So my center is at 6 comma 4. My vertices are at h, which is 6 comma k, 4 plus or minus 10. My co-vertices are at h plus or minus b comma k, nope, comma k, undo, comma k is 4. And then my foci, let's find it, c squared equals 100 minus 36. So my foci are going to occur at 6 comma 4 plus or minus 8. Alright, so my center is at 6, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my center. My vertice is at 6 comma 4 minus 10, which is negative 6. So 6 comma negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, approximately there. And 6 comma 14, so that's going to be up here. My co-vertices are at 12. 6 plus 6, which is 12 comma 4. So that's going to be over here somewhere, and 0 comma 4. So again, this is just a rough because we don't have the space. Alright, last one of these. So this is going to be a horizontal. So my center is at negative 2, 7. My vertices are negative 2 plus or minus 13, comma k, which is 7. My co-vertices are at h, which is negative 2, comma k, which is 7, plus or minus my b of 5. And my foci, c squared equals 169 minus 25. $144, so that's c equals 12. So my foci are going to be at negative 2, comma 7 plus or minus. All right, so my vertex is negative 2, comma 7. My center, my vertex is at negative 15, 7, which is all the way over here, comma negative 11, 7, which is my co-vertices are at negative 2, 12. Negative 2, 12 would be up here, and negative 2, comma negative 2, 7, negative 2, 2. So here we go. Oh, we'll go through that. Let's try that again. Okay. All right, last one. Oh, I lied. Engineers have designed a tunnel with the equation 60 that. Measuring in feet, the diagram for a larger tunnel needs to be twice as wide and 3 times as tall. So write the equation for a larger tunnel. So this bigger number, it's a horizontal tunnel. So A is going to be 8, B is going to be... All right, so it needs to be twice as wide and 3 times as tall. So W equals 2. Remember, there's 2 A's, so 16, which is 32. My height is going to be 3 times as tall, which is 18. So I'm ready to go. So we get x squared. So my A is 16. My B is going to be 18. So over 16 squared, that can't be right, plus y squared over 18 squared equals 1. So that's x squared over 256 plus y squared over 324 equals 1. A city park in the form of an ellipse with the equation as such, measured in meters, is being renovated. The new park will have a length and a width double that of the original park. So again, we're dealing with a horizontal. So A is going to be the square root of 50. B is going to be the square root. All right, so when I simplify this, it's 5 root 2, and B is going to be 2 root 5. 10 times. All right, so now we need to, now there's 2 of them. Remember, a park has 2 A's and 2 B's. So for my dimensions, I'm doubling that. So 2 times 5 root 2 is my 10 root 2. 2 times 2 root 5, because it's double, is 4 root 5. So it's going to be x squared over 10 root 2 squared plus y squared over 4 root 5 squared equals. So that's going to be x squared over 200 plus y squared over 16 times 5. I should know this. Sorry, I don't. My brain isn't working right now. Is 80 equals 1.